This is a Data East Guns N' Roses CPU, and I am running a Simpsons pinball, or the Simpsons, sorry, game ROM here for testing purposes so I can see what's going on the display. So let's boot it up and see what happens. See the LEDs there in the lower right hand corner. Everything normal there. And we have the game booted up. So let's run it through some tests. Tech alert, all okay. I'm going to skip the burn in. We're going to skip sounds. I don't have a soundboard connected, but here's display test. This particular board had an issue with digit 3 on both the top and the bottom being locked on, and that was due to a solder splash from the factory on the board. Next test is switch test. So I'll use my handy dandy Pinatech switch tester, and I'll go through all of column 1, and that all worked, and then back through all of row 1, and that proves all your rows and your columns are working. I can go horizontally or diagonally across there, and everything's working fine. And the next test, no active switches, all lamps. So here we are with my lamp matrix tester. You can see that's working properly. The next test is lamp rows. So I'll cycle through all those. Works perfectly. And the next test is lamp columns. And cycle through those. All works perfectly. And the next test is all flashers. I skipped the individual lamps. Those work fine too. And you can see the flashers are all working. The next test is solenoid test. That was solenoid 1, 1A, 2, 2A, etc. Now one is so bright because I've got a super bright blue one in there because it's the AC select relay on these games. And one more, that's 16. Now it's going to do the special solenoids. And that's working fine too. Now I'm going to connect a ground wire here, and I'm going to rake the special solenoid switch inputs, and you'll be able to see those turn on each of the special solenoids. And that might be the last test. You can do each individual coil, but we're done with that. So last test, and the game reboots, and this CPU board is working perfectly. Thank you very much.